The Middle East, an area of great political activity. One of the greatest issues of this area has to do with Palestine and its conflict with Israel. Over the past few decades, as Palestine has been decreasing in size, Israel has been increasing. It started in 1917 with a document called the Balfour Declaration, written by the then Prime Minister of Britain, Arthur Balfour. It stated that it favored the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people, and that nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious rights of the existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine. Unfortunately, this hasn't been the case. In 1948, the Israeli militia began its violence on the Palestinians and massacred a village called Deir Yassin, killing 107 villagers. This frightened the rest of the Palestinian villagers and caused them to leave Palestine, and they have not been able to return since. Statistics show that since 2000, 124 Israeli children have been killed, while 1,444 Palestinian children have been killed. Since 2000, injuries on the Israeli side have been 8,864, while for the Palestinians it has been 39,019. There are no Israeli prisoners in captivity, and there are 6,356 Palestinian prisoners in captivity. Israel has 223 illegal settlements and Palestine 0. Israel has ignored or violated 65 UN resolutions, while Palestine has ignored none. I left when I was 11 years old. We left just like everyone else. Everyone was leaving. We walked a very long distance. The whole town packed and took its stuff. We went to Dzipori, where the rescuing army was stationed. Dzipori was one of the biggest cities. When we got there, some elders were to speak to army members to see what we should do next. They found that Dzipori, where the army was stationed, was also packing, ready to leave. So the elders got together in the resting area and asked each other what they were to do since Dzipori, the biggest city in town, is leaving. Some said we should stay, while others said they wanted to leave. They didn't want to be killed like those villagers of Deir Yassin. So people grabbed their belongings and we left. A while after the Palestinians left Palestine, they were given temporary homes built by the UN for the refugees. However, these homes became permanent, and only a few were able to move out of them. These camps have very poor living conditions. 60% of camp homes lack safe drinking water. Population density is a major issue. Buildings are crammed together in narrow alleys with little natural sunlight. There is a high exposure to hazardous substances, inadequate temperature control, and poor ventilation.
They are controlling the entrance to all the cities in the West Bank. They open it whenever they want, they close it whenever they want. They try to make our lives simple, we can't go anywhere, and especially when we wanna travel to another country and the border between us and the Jordanian, we have a hard time to cross that. We go a lot of to get checked through a lot of sections, and the most a lot of people there lost their jobs. They're working as an employees now, and some of them they don't work, so they may their lives is hard, and there are a lot of things, especially for those people. They live behind or close to the where the Israelis lives. They have to be home around 6. They can't go out.
Israelis control Palestinian mobility. Checkpoints are everywhere in occupied Palestine. Whether or not the Palestinian may pass all depends on the mood of the Israeli at the checkpoint that day. A Palestinian may be interrogated and searched for hours before a decision is made. Today, Israel continuously expands into Palestinian territories and establishes illegal settlements. Not only do they build settlements on Palestinian territories, they demolish Palestinian homes, kick the Palestinians living in these homes out, and build their desired settlements. Not to mention the treatment of these Israelis to the Palestinians. And the treatment of the Israelis to people who disagree with them.
Israel is occupying the Palestinian people in my name, in the name of world Jewry, and I myself, an American Jew, am here to say that that is completely unjustified and ethically reprehensible.
So you decide. Do you want this or this? Inform yourself, because media will manipulate. Write to your congressman and tell them how you think they should vote on things pertaining to this issue, and voice your opinion. Let Palestine live.